Okay everyone, yes I am back. My house move is all completed. It's taken ages to get everything sorted out, but we are finally back, and I thought I'd give a new series a go. I thought we'd start with something brand new, Don't Starve, which surprisingly I've never actually played. It's really weird because it fits right in my alley. It's absolutely brilliant. Open world, survival, all that kind of stuff, but I've never actually played it. It's really quite weird. So we're going to get going with this. I'm playing it on the PS4. I am here in my new house, which is 1,000,000 degrees today. We're at the end of April. It's really warm outside, but we're going to give this a try. Let's get going then. So we've got Shipwrecked, but we're not going to be playing Shipwrecked with this particular playthrough. I am going to overwrite this one here at the top if I can. Just clear that one just so that we can start a new one. We're not going to be playing Shipwreck with this one. We're just going to start absolutely from the basics and straight into it. I'm not hanging around with this one. We're going straight into this. So what I'm going to do, I'm a relatively new player to the game. I've played a little bit. I've done a little bit of practice offline. I've played a little bit of Don't Starve together as well. So hopefully we've got a few little collaborations coming, as we've mentioned before. We're going to be doing a bit of that, hopefully. But we've done a little bit of practice, and fingers crossed, I sort of vaguely know what I'm doing. So I'm not going to look like a complete idiot, only a partial idiot, which is always a step in the right direction. No, we're going to give this a try then. So obviously I'm stalling a little bit while it loads. I'm going to see how long we last. I'm not going to go for massively long distance here. I'm not going to do it like I do with the Long Dark, where I'm aiming for 100 days or something like that. I'm fully expecting to last a few days and keep dying. So we're just going to keep this going as a perpetual death recovery kind of situation. That's how we're going to be playing it. So I have learnt a few tactics in the game, and the first one is pick everything, pick it all. As we start the game, we want to keep moving. We want to pick absolutely everything we see at the beginning of the game, so we can gather the basic resources that we need. Obviously right now we do not have the ability to harvest trees. We can't do anything like that. We haven't got the tools. Oh, we've got a carrot. Okay, something else that I've been taught to do, or shown to do, is follow the coastline right at the beginning, so that we can start fleshing out the map a little bit. So we've got an idea of what we're going on. I'm trying to collect flint. Obviously that is going to give us, if we go into the crafting menu, an axe, and now I can harvest some logs. So let's get these harvested so we can make some campfires when things go dark. Now, if you are new to the game, like me, you probably don't really know 100% what you're doing. So I'm going to try and sort of, this isn't going to be a tutorial as such, but I'm kind of going to mention a few things as I go along. And obviously the first little bit of advice I've given there is harvest everything, and that does make a lot of sense. You want to build up your basic resources quite early on. Food is obviously a challenge in this game. It's called Don't Starve, so that's obviously one of your biggest challenges. Oops. Ooh, had a little bit of a stutter there. It's obviously one of the biggest challenges is food. So we want to make sure that we gather as much food as we can. The other biggest problem in the game, the thing that's going to get you, is darkness. You will not survive darkness. When darkness comes, the creatures attack, and 2 hits and you're gone. And they attack every sort of 10-15 seconds or so as soon as it goes dark. So you have to have light sources, you have to have fires, torches, anything there that will give you some light. So that you can get through the night. And you can see the clock in the top right hand corner. You can see the yellow zone is day, the red zone is dusk, and the blue zone is night when it goes completely dark. So in dusk we can carry on working, not a problem. Things will change. You'll notice some things will come out at dusk that are not out in the day, and vice versa. When it goes dark though, we need to have that fire up. So this is why we're gathering all of these saplings and grass. We want as much of this as we can, so we've got the resources we need to make fires. Food as well, berries, carrots. We did quite well finding those carrots so early on. And the other thing we want, a big turkey. Don't really have the ability to go after it at the moment. The other thing we want are flowers. Seeds, there's some seeds, we'll have those as well. We can, at this point, we'll toast those and eat them, but later on in the game, we'll be using them to grow our own food. Something else we want are flowers. Flowers will allow you to stop yourself going insane. That's another little thing that you have to bear in mind in this game. How many logs have I got? 7. Oh, I'm okay for that then. We don't need to harvest anymore just at the moment. So as you can see, we've now got into dusk, so things are a little bit darker, but we're still okay to carry on at the moment. Keep an eye on that clock. Obviously, we've got, also in the top right, might as well mention those while I'm up here. We'll get some mushrooms. Mushrooms do different things. It's green and red mushrooms. The green ones come out at dusk. You can only harvest them at dusk. I can't remember exactly what they do. We'll find out in a minute. Just grab that as we're going past it. So also up in the top right hand corner are your hunger, health and sanity bars. You need to keep them all at the top. As you can see, sanity consistently drops. Gathering the flowers allows you to make a flower garland, which you can wear. And that helps keep you sane. Stops you from going mad. So we'll be doing that in a minute. You need 12 flowers for that. I've only got 11. Let's just keep gathering for the moment. More grass, more saplings. And you can see if I bring up the map, we're starting to flesh the map out a little bit, so we've got a bit of an idea of where we're going. So we are moving quickly. We're moving very, very swiftly as I have another little... Oh no, it's me being stupid. You do not hang around at the start of this game. You need to gather as much as you can, as quickly as you can. Keep on moving. That's what I've been taught. Keep on moving. Don't set yourself up a base camp like we do in the Long Dark. We establish ourselves a little base. Oh, we've come to the edge of the land. That's fine. We'll go up the other side. So this is what I've been shown. Oops, this is what I've been shown to do. Just track it around, and then you'll start to flesh the map out, and you'll get a bit of an idea of the lay of the land, and then you can decide where you're going to put your permanent base when you get to that point. But this early in the game, keep moving. Okay, so we're halfway through dusk. So we're doing alright at the moment. Now seasons change as well in this game. Winter will come in, I believe, after about day 16. I say believe because I haven't actually made it that far yet. So that will be a genuinely new experience if we get to that point. So you can see, whoops, you can see this is very different to the Long Dark. There's some flint. I'm going to grab that. It's more cartoon-like. It's fun. I love it. It's interesting. It's cool. It's addictive. I've been playing it with Chatty Chatot, who has assisted me with various bits and pieces before, and I'm very grateful. And hopefully we can do some collaborative stuff as well soon. You can see the different biomes that we're passing through. The ground changes to show we're in different areas, and you get different resources in different areas. Okay, so need to light a fire. Don't light it too close to trees and things like that, or you will set them on fire. So we need to stick a couple of logs on that. That'll get us through the night. So now that we're in the night, we're about to go into the night, we can't do a great deal because we need to stay where our light is. So this is where we'll do all of our crafting and all of our bits and pieces to catch up while we can't be moving around. So during the day we're going around, we're gathering everything we can, and then at night we're doing all the work. So we're going to cook all of our various bits of food. Cook all those berries. I'm going to cook the seeds at this point because we haven't got the ability to grow anything yet. That comes later. I'm going to cook, and I'm just going to eat that because I can't remember. It drops our sanity, or does it increase our sanity? No, it increases our sanity and our health level. We've got carrots, which is good. We've got quite a lot of those, so I'm going to cook those all up. Food does spoil, by the way. It doesn't last forever, so sometimes it's best not to gather absolutely everything that you see. Okay, petals we can eat. If we eat them, it increases our health, but we need to make that garland. So I'm going to bring up the crafting menu, and we're going to make that garland down at the bottom, and that will help us. It doesn't help you at night, but it helps you in the day. So that will keep our sanity level up, and we're going to eat some of this food just to get our health all the way to the top. Now, it's not like the Long Dark where we kind of have to conserve food. We can let our condition drop by sort of not eating deliberately and just letting it drop and then building it back up later. It's not quite like that in Don't Starve. You're better off just eating your food, keeping your hunger bar right at the top. Your health won't start to deplete at all until your hunger bar hits the bottom. So it honestly doesn't matter. You don't have to conserve food. So you're better off just eating it, keeping it at the top, and then it doesn't spoil. Okay, let's have a quick look at the crafting menu. So we're fairly limited at the moment. We need to make a science machine. That gives us more crafting items, quite a lot more actually. If you've never played the game before, we've got quite a limited selection at the moment. You can see some things are locked, and there's lots of gaps on this menu, and that's because we've got things that the science machine will fill in. Traps let us capture small animals that we can use for food. I'm not going to use those yet because I haven't seen any. Obviously we've got multiple light sources. Fire pit's a bit more permanent. Torches are very portable. And we've got tools. I'm going to make a pickaxe next. It's just saving and it always freezes when it's saved. We'll make a pickaxe. That's our two basic tools, pickaxe and axe. Pickaxes let us harvest boulders. That will give us more rocks, flint, and hopefully some gold, and that's what we need to make a science machine. So you get the general idea of what we're doing. We're going to keep on moving. All going into grassland now. The only thing you find in grassland, oddly enough, is grass. Oops, that one didn't harvest. Again, I'm going to keep following the coastline. If I spot anything interesting, I'll come inland a bit, but otherwise I'm going to keep following the coastline. So that will just help. Oh, coming through a little bit of a forest. Oh, spiders. Something we do need to find. The beefalo herd. Beefalos are really, really useful creatures to have around. In fact, you'll find them in grassland areas. So I'm just going to scoot across this one, just to make sure that they're not here. There's a bunny, little bunny rabbit. So we could set some traps there, but I'm not going to worry too much about that. Okay, paths. You run faster on paths. As you can see, I'm moving a little bit quicker. The beefalo herd is not there. Okay, I'm going to bring down a few of these trees just to give myself some more logs. And this also gives you pine cones, which you can replant. So you can plant those to make more trees. So when you finally do set up a base, you can actually sort of plant your own little forest, if you like, in a nice pattern. You can plant and harvest them, so you don't have to stray too far for firewood, which is basically what the trees are. And you can craft them into boards to make structures with as well. So we'll get on to all that as we play through this. I'm hoping we can survive a reasonable amount of time. We're not going to die very, very quickly. Now, what I am going to start doing is doing what I've been doing with the long dog. We're going to start doing some editing. Oh, frog. Frogs are very dangerous. Frogs will attack. But you can... There we go. I mistimed that. And again. They're quite tricky to kill, but you can do it. And you'll get frog's legs, which you can cook and eat. Squashed the flowers. Okay, we took a bit of a health hit there, but not too bad actually. We didn't take too much of a health hit. Let's grab some more saplings. Some more grass. Oh, got some berries there. We'll grab those. Anything that you see. So we've got a spider's nest. You want to avoid the spiders at this point in the game. They will chase you. They can do quite a lot of damage because there's going to be quite a lot of them. They can take you out pretty quickly if you're not careful. Oh, another carrot. So we're just going to carry on with this plan of just gathering everything that we can find. There's a burrow. I'm not going to worry too much about that. I think we can dig them up later, but we haven't got the tools for that right now. Okay, oops, swamp. Okay, I'm not going to go into the swamp. I'm not in the mood for it. Swamps are pretty dangerous. You get tentacles that come up and attack you. You get all sorts of things in there that are a bit nasty, so I'm going to treat that as a coastline. I can't be bothered with it right now. So I am going to follow the edge of this biome and I'll swing back up the other side if I have to. Really can't be bothered with it. Okay, so we're back into dusk again on day 2. Let's bring another tree down. I randomly choose which trees I'm going to bring down. I don't do it systematically. That's the advantage with this game compared to Long Dark. You don't have to be quite so structured. You can be. And it probably will help longer term if you're trying to really survive for a long time. Oops. Okay. Dead dude. Someone having a bad day. And we're going to get some twigs from that, so not very much. Sometimes you find some really good stuff with skeletons, but not always. That's something that you can do in the game. If you find a touchstone, you can revive yourself. If you do die, you can go and find your own skeleton and reclaim all of your stuff. Okay, so I'm still following this around. Whoops. See, I'm starting to swing back upwards. I keep accidentally catching the R2 button as well, which keeps taking me into the inventory menu, freezing everything. I tell you what though, it's not freezing in here today. I'm sitting in my new house. I'm in my back room. I've still got to sort out a new webcam after breaking the last one. I'm in my new house. We're in the back room, which is our kind of crafting and office room of our 2-bedroom house. I'm overlooking the Trent Mersey Canal. Give you a vague idea of where I am. It's pretty cool out. Well, it's not cool out there today. It's absolutely boiling. But it's a nice view to have. It's a bit of an improvement over where I was before. Hopefully I can do some more variety of videos. As you know, I've got a few channels, so hopefully we can spice them all up a bit. And hopefully in here I can do some nice gaming stuff. Now that we've found another series to do. We're going to carry on with the Long Dark as well, so don't worry about that. We are going to be carrying on with the Long Dark. And some tutorials, and hopefully some collaborative stuff as well, and a few other bits and pieces. So I'm playing Don't Starve on the console. The PC version's very, very similar, so don't fret if you are watching on, if you're playing it on Steam. I think it's very similar. Okay, so again, I'm just carrying on. As you can tell, I'm rambling because I am trying to fill an awful lot of time. It's like this with a lot of things. Whoops, I let myself slip a little bit there. We've gone into darkness and I wasn't quite ready for it. Let's get this fire built quick. There we go. You have a few seconds before all hell breaks loose, but I'll tell you what, that's one little tactic I have learnt to do. Save your logs and use twigs as fuel. It'll get you through the night, and your logs are more valuable because you need those to start fires. So I only tend to use them to start. Okay, let's cook these carrots. As you can see, the berries are spoiling. They spoil very, very quickly. Carrots tend to keep a bit longer, so I'm going to eat those berries. You can see the green at the bottom is going down. I'm going to eat those before they go off. Eat all 3 of them. And I'm going to... Oops, I forgot to cook that one. Plenty of carrots. Got some toasted seeds, and we're going to cook our frog's legs. Cook our seeds, and there we go. So we're all good with that. I've got a couple of pine cones. I might as well plant those pine cones. I can do that on the edge of where my light is. And we've got flint, but I can't make a shovel or a hammer because I haven't got the other tools. Shovel is the next really useful one. That allows you to uproot plants and dig up other things so you can move them around. But again, we need a science machine for that. I'm not going to bother with the trap. Can't make a spear. Oh, I can make a grass suit. That provides a little bit of protection, so we take a bit less damage when we're attacked. So I'm a little bit stuck this particular night. I haven't got very much to do. We don't have to do our big water cook-offs like we have to do in the Long Dark. I'll tell you what, as I'm recording this, I haven't actually played the Long Dark for about a month. With all the house moving and everything, it's just not had a chance. That's because I'm playing Don't Starve on the PS4. I've got it's a little bit more accessible. I'll tell you what, let's go for these... It always freezes when it saves. Let's go for these boulders. Okay, flint, rocks, nitra, which I think we need to make gunpowder or something similar, but no real use for that yet, so I do tend to drop that because I haven't really got a use for it just yet. Okay, gonna keep following the coast. Oh, grab that flint. Oh, that was gravestone. Gold! Gold! That's what I want. You will find it lying around. You'll find it... In fact, I'm going to go in a little bit here. Oh, okay. I am in a graveyard. I'm not where I kind of thought I was going to. You can dig graves up, by the way. Oh, fire dart. Okay, I'll have that. Normally, when you find gold scattered on the ground, you find the big, tall, horrible birds. But we haven't found any of those. Whoops, I keep catching that R2 button. Okay, so I've kind of dropped up to the other coastline. Isn't too much of a problem because I found some good stuff. Okay, let's drop back down. So I just keep on following the coast. I want to stick with that plan. More gold. That's going to let me make a science machine. In fact, I think that probably means I can make a science machine. I have enough stuff. I think we're going to find the horrible birds. There we are. There they are. It's called the tall bird. They're pretty vicious. Don't attack one at this point. It will chase you and it will get you, and that will be the end of things. And they are always in a pack. They're never just one on their own. Okay, I'm just going to follow this coastline and try and fill in the blank on my map a little bit, because I've sort of gone off track a little because I saw good stuffs. I get distracted. Oh, I keep catching that button. It's driving me nuts. Okay, so we filled the blank on the calendar a little bit, on the map, on the map a little bit. So again, I'm sticking with this plan of following the coastline. It's always worked quite well for me. Let's keep on following. And we now have the parts to make a science machine, which is cool. But again, during the day, we're going to keep on moving. We're only going to go looking for that science machine at night. I'm going to switch back to my axe. My inventory is getting a little bit full, but I need some more logs, so I'm just going to bring down another tree. There's the red cap, which is the other type of mushroom. Ooh, quite a lot of logs in that one. Pine cones. Don't start chopping up the tree. Pine cones, I'm just tending at the moment to just plant. I will pick up the red cap. Whoops. Another freeze there. Ooh. I am getting a few little freezes. I think it's because of the recording setup I'm using to record everything. It's a little bit complicated, and I think occasionally it freezes. Okay, so we're carrying on following this coastline. I'm going to move my finger away from that button. It's driving me up the wall. Plenty of rocks, plenty of flint. I'm going to keep gathering the flint because we're going to need to make more tools. Tools don't last forever, they wear out, so... Okay, we've still got capacity to pick up more of that stuff. Okay, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to think about making a camp in a minute. And we're going to get this science machine made. Now don't worry too much. Obviously science machines, you can't break them down and move them. But it's easy enough. We've got multiple bits of gold. It's easy enough to make another one when we do have our permanent base. They only expand your crafting inventory when you're standing within range of them. That's something I did forget to point out. Ah, that's a rock with gold flecks running through it. That usually means it's got gold in it. But we're okay for gold. There's a mole type thing. Mole worm. Again, I don't want to set my fire up too close to the trees because they tend to set fire if you do that. So you get an idea if I just zoom out a little bit here. We're starting to get a picture of the lay of the land. And this will basically allow us to decide where a more central part of the map is, so that we can decide where we're going to set up ourselves as a more permanent base. Okay, so I'm going to start my fire now. Let's get my fire lit. Oh, no, we're not quite ready for a fire pit just yet. Okay. Should do it. So, I want to make a science machine. It's telling me I can't make a science machine. What am I short of? Rocks. But I didn't use any. I didn't... Oh, no. Because I accidentally went to make a... Oh, I made it. I built it. Oh, blast. Oh, I'm running out of... Oh, that's just annoying. So I can't make my science machine because I accidentally made a fire pit by mistake. Damn it. Okay, well, I'm a bit stuffed there then. I made a bit of a mistake. Let's eat some foods. We are getting very, very hungry, so I'm going to eat some foods. Let's eat stuff that I know are going to spoil. My carrots are starting to go off. I can't remember what the red cap does. I'm gonna eat the red cap. Ah, that lowers your sanity but increases your health, whereas the green cap increases both of them. Okay. So red cap's probably best avoided then. Let's eat the roasted berries. Again, let's get our hunger all the way to the top. And that's probably about all I can do because I cannot make my science machine. So, Don't Starve, the brand new series. We're going to keep going with this. We're going to see how far we get. I am going to start cutting through things a little bit just so you're not watching me do the same old thing time and time again, because that's going to get very, very boring very, very quickly. But right now, thank you as always for joining me. Really hope you're going to enjoy this new series. We're going to keep going with the lawn dart. We're going to keep going with this. I'm going to try and do a few other things as well. Now that we're in the new house, I haven't got a webcam in here yet, but I'm surrounded by boxes. So hopefully we can turn this into a nice little working space and we can get some more videos made. But thank you as always for joining me. Please remember to hit the subscribe button and check out the other videos that I have on my channel. All survival, open worldy kind of things, sort of. But as always, thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to see you all again very, very soon.